Alright, so things are happening. Exciting things. Right? So, I am on my way towards, probably not all the way to, the Wichita Mountains in Walton, Oklahoma. There's a fella heading that direction in an electric vehicle with lots and lots and lots of money and ham radio equipment installed in it. Today there's some sort of a it's a contest, they call it. It's you don't win anything but bragging rights to other ham radio operators. It's called the CQ Worldwide VHF Contest. So any VHF radio communications get you a point. I don't get you points. I don't know the point system, but how you go about getting those contacts can be multipliers of points. So he's in an electric vehicle and he's traveling around the state making contacts on 2 meters FM, which 2 meters is pretty much just line of sight communications, antenna to antenna, as well as 2 meter single sideband, which I'm not going to get into what that is. It's basically half of an AM signal. And also 6 meters, which is kind of a more worldwide band. Depending on what kind of equipment you can have, you can talk a long way on 6 meters if the band is open. Things like the weather and magnetic storms from the sun, stuff like that can affect if the band is open or not. So he's out there doing that stuff. I don't really have too much of an interest in the contest itself, so I'm not trying to make lots and lots of contacts, but I thought it'd be cool to try to track him down. So he's also broadcasting an APRS packet. APRS being Automated Packet Reporting System. Which is just a quick digital signal that sounds kind of like a screaming banshee that's broadcast over VHF frequencies, or it may be other frequencies, primarily VHF, specifically 144.390 megahertz. And he's got a modem in his radio that modulates his GPS location and sends it in that digital packet. And anybody with a APRS capable radio can demodulate that signal and get his GPS coordinates. Or you can also track him down on the internet at aprs.fi. I'm gonna try not to do that, the internet part. I know a general idea, I know a precise idea of where he's gonna be, how long he's gonna be there, and the route that he's gonna take once he leaves there. So I'm gonna head in that direction and see if I can't demodulate that APRS packet to get his location and then get close enough to make contact with him. Primary reason for me is just somewhere to ride on a Saturday. So I've got this little radio piping into the Bluetooth speakers in my helmet. I can talk through it also. I'm listening on the frequency that he should be broadcasting APRS on. I'm also listening on the national 2-meter call frequency, which is 146.520. And if I hear anybody else hollering out while I'm on my way down to try to find him, I'll answer them too. Unlikely though, because this is a 5-watt radio and it just doesn't have the range. So anyway, I'm going to try to conserve GoPro battery. I don't have to try to conserve radio battery. It's 12 volted into my cigarette lighter plug down there. So I'm going to shut this thing off for now. I do have 2 extra batteries in my glove box, and I brought a charger. So if and when anything happens, I'll turn the radio or the GoPro back on. So I'm not quite to Chickasha, Oklahoma. I'm on 62, coming up on 92, in probably about 3 or 4 miles. And I just heard him calling CQ on the 2-meter call frequency there. I tried to call back and I don't think he heard me. I didn't expect he would. He said, line of sight will get you a long way, but you need some watts to get you back. So we will keep listening and see if we can't make contact. So I just went through Anadarko, Oklahoma, and I went to click my battery on, or my GoPro on, and the battery's dead already because GoPro 8 battery sucks. So I'm going to swap out a battery, and I just happened to hear the Rover call out right before I stopped to say that he was actually making contacts on 146.490 instead of 146.52. So once I get the battery put back in here and get the GoPro up and running and throw a battery on the ground, because, you know, why shouldn't things go wrong? There we go. Tuck that all back in the glove box there. Alright, we got a fresh battery in the GoPro. Make all the Viking noises we can. Also, want to turn on recording on this thing, on the radio, which I think I have to do every time it turns on. So I got to start the bike first and then I can turn it on. So we'll do that. Okay, fresh battery in the GoPro. I can hear myself in my helmet now because of this recording thing, I guess. That's fun. Oh, I need to go to 146.490. 146.49. There we go. It says FM.
CQ contest, November 5, Zulu Yankee Rover Echo Mike 04.
There he is. November 5, Zulu Yankee, Whiskey 5, Juliet Delta Charlie.
Whiskey Delta 5 something?
Whiskey 5, Juliet Delta Charlie.
Echo Mike 13, alright, that's pretty good distance there, I appreciate the call. And then there was another station in there? I thought I heard a second station. This is November 5 Zulu Yankee Rover.
Whiskey 5, Juliet Delta Charlie, W5 JDC.
Whiskey 5 Juliet Delta Charlie, I'm in Echo Mike 04. What's your grid?
Grid unknown at this time. I am on my Harley right now, coming out of Anadarko, Oklahoma.
Okay. Well, we're in the same grid. Echo Mike 04 then.
Roger, roger. We got you down for Echo Mike 04.
That explains the wind noise. All right. Thanks. I appreciate it.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Stay safe. The CQ contest, November 5 Zulu Yankee Rover. CQ contest, November 5 Zulu Yankee Rover.
Well, that gal did recommend eating in that casino, but I'm carrying a gun, so I'm not going in there. I'm not leaving my gun on the bike. The next little town coming up is Gracemont, Oklahoma. They have a family diner, but I would imagine they're closed on Saturday too. We shall see. Well, everywhere I've tried to eat so far has been a bust. So now I'm in El Reno, Oklahoma. I know there's places open here. It's where my brother-in-law lives. He is out of town in Kansas City this weekend. So I'm gonna go see if my nephew is home. And if he is, I'll offer to buy him a burger. We'll go to Johnny's Grill and get a onion burger. Never go wrong with an onion burger. Side note, I had a tooth extracted Friday, and I've got a temporary crown on right now, and the darn thing feels like sandpaper, and is turning my tongue into hamburger meat. Brush your teeth, kids. I do at least twice a day now, but I neglected it when I was a kid, and it's biting me in the ass now. Well, the nephew went out of town too, so I'm getting a burger all by myself. And here we are at Johnny's Burgers. Well, I did what I set off to do. I made contact with the guy. Hopefully I got it on some kind of audio. We'll see here in a little bit. Stopped at the liquor store after the burger joint, grabbed a new bottle of whiskey I've never tried before. Don't remember the name of it right now. I'll post a picture. Getting pretty close to the QTH, which is nerdy ham radio talk for home. So if you stuck around this long, I appreciate you. And maybe we'll do it again tomorrow. The guys, a different group of guys are going up to Enid, Oklahoma to make some contacts from up there. Have a great weekend.